An absolute clinic from Leinster B team. Dan Sheehan with a double to help Leinster to a 36-12 win. Most of Leinster players are in island camp already, just showing the depth and quality within the squad. Stormers, a night to forget. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game, who played well, who didn't. What did you think of this Leinster performance? What did you think of the Stormers performance? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. We'll stay on Leinster, and apologies in advance. There won't be many video or footage of the game in this clip. I don't want to get copyrighted from URC. So there'll just be some images. So good to see Dan Sheehan back playing. Oh, wow. Been a long 6 to 7 months recovering from that ACL injury. Few shaky lineouts, a few handling errors here and there to be expected, but what a 62 minutes of rugby back. Chuck 2 world-class tries in there. Bang, bang. How good from Dan Sheehan. So happy for Irish fans, so happy for Dan, so happy for rugby. So happy for rugby fans. How good to have him back. One of the best hookers in world rugby at the moment, for sure. And this performance just shows it. 6 or 7 months on the sideline, comes back, 2 tries, gets through 62 minutes. How good, and we'll definitely be seeing him in the Irish squad for this year's Six Nations for sure. Talking on Leinster's performance, really, really good, man. For a B team, yes, there's still first graders in that team, high quality players within that team, 4 or 5 of them. But for the most of it, they're missing a ton of players. A stack of players are in the Irish squad already. So this is technically a Leinster B team. And what a performance they put on, man. They're really turning opportunities into points, especially in that first 20 minutes. Every time they get an opportunity. First Ross Byrne went to goal, got the 3 points. Next time they get the try when they go down there, and they just kept putting on those points. And that's the difference, I think, between quality sides and not so quality sides, is every time you get an opportunity, or you're at least converting 80% of those opportunities into points. The Osborne try, Andrew Osborne, lovely. He ended up getting 2 tries, but his first try is lovely bit of play. Kept the ball with the forwards. Sure, dragging, bringing that Stormers defense in, and then knowing when to go wide. And when they did go wide, they creating doubt in the defensive line, causing Marnie Libbok to shoot out. And when you shoot out like that, you have to make that tackle. Because if you don't, this is what happens. Geordie Barrett gets on the outside of him as just an easy, simple drawn pass, and Andrew Osborne goes over untouched in the corner. How good. That's just slick play from Leinster, from everyone involved, and executed all wonderfully. Right after that, I just talked about converting opportunities into points. They go and miss 2 opportunities within the Stormers 22, really good opportunities to turn into points, and just a little knock on or line out that goes missing. And I think this could come down to the lack of cohesion this squad has together. These guys that were picked on this day, because they haven't played together for a long time. So many players out in the Irish camp, new players all coming in, all in different positions, kind of spread out throughout this Matchday 23 squad. And then you can. A lineout can go astray, a little knock on here. Their timing is just a little bit out of place. And that's what caused these little handling errors. I thought the lineouts were a problem pretty much for both teams. Both teams really struggled hitting their jumpers or getting their lineout stolen from the opposition. Definitely something that they need to get better, and both teams have been struggling with throughout the season. Ergis Snyman's offloads in contact, such a headache for any defense, any defensive pattern, any defensive line. You think you're set, you think the tackle is made, but he's just got the big offload, and it causes so much havoc. It's around that contact area. You think the defensive line is there, you're ready, you're set to make up that next tackle, and he's made an offload. You're looking here and the ball's gone already that way. And who else down the wing but Dan Sheehan? That first try is beautiful, beautiful setup, beautiful sight. Seeing Sheehan down the wing, lovely, lovely sweeping play, stretching that Stormers defense out. Players short, players out the back, running from depth, drawn pass, and Dan Sheehan in full flight down the wing. You love it. You love to see it. And how good for him to snag a first try there. And that was before halftime. It was 15-7 going into halftime. I will say that Leinster will, I think, be disappointed with how many opportunities they did let slip. Although I did speak about converting opportunities into points, and quality teams do that. The amount of opportunities they had, the score was 36-12. It could have been in the 40s, in the 50s even. That many opportunities to score tries, like on Stormers' line or in their 22 that they let slip. Of course, Jordie Barrett crashes over for a try, continued pressure on that Stormers line, and Jordie Barrett flying in on that angle. You can see him putting his hand up, coming in back at the ball. Defense is looking here or at the 9. He's coming in here from the blind side. Boom, straight there. Lovely, lovely try that. He's been a revelation at Leinster, I feel like. One of the best signings of the year. Him, Ergis Snyman's been great. And then Slimani, I think that's how you say it, the prop, he's been fantastic as well. And I just think the confidence that these guys and the standards they bring, the confidence it gives the players around them as well, next level. Dan Sheehan's second try. Are you kidding me? Holy, again, spreading that Stormers defense side to side. James Lowe finds himself in the middle of the field, puts it on the left foot, crossfield kick, Dan Sheehan, untouched. How good was that? How good was that? Oh man, so good, beautiful. I don't even know what to say. Beautiful rugby, that is. I thought Slimani caused havoc up front, really strong at scrum time. And I thought Boyle was good as well. He come off after 60 or 50 minutes. He was really good. And he's part of the Irish squad as well. Obviously just getting game time here. Really good to see the youngsters there packing up at the front and causing havoc. Osborne grabbed his second. He was really good as well. I thought every time he got the ball, just a handful. So I like it. Is it his brother? Is Jamie Osborne his brother? They look very similar. You can't tell. They could be anywhere from like 16 years old to 26, I feel like. I don't know their age, but really, really good. I do want to point out James Lowe's defensive effort, the 75th minute, tracked back, run 60 meters, tackled the player to the ground, got up off his feet and went for the ball and got the penalty from there. Just separates those little efforts, separates the average players from the elite. And I feel like he will go straight into that Ireland starting lineup for the game versus England next week. He was really good. My standouts, Matt Deegan and Soroka, I think it is. Really good. The 6 and 8. Really, really good for the Piggy. Strong, ball carries, good at the lineouts, although the lineouts weren't the best, but got around the park and got through a ton of work. Really, really good. And that was a good effort from Leinster. Jumping over to Stormers, disappointing, man. Very disappointing. Handling errors. Every time it looked like they'd get a little bit of a roll on, a bit of momentum, just a handling error would let them down. Lacked cohesion, lacked direction. When Marnie Lebok went off, it did go to it went to tatters, but I think even while he was still on, it wasn't really that much difference. I did like the try. Ben Loader's try was a nice little setup, had the advantage, so you kind of have a gamble then. You can do what you want with the ball. Rocher took the ball to the line, out the back, Lebok with a skip pass, and then Gallant to Loader to score out wide. I thought Gallant was a few touches where he assisted for a line break and they just couldn't turn that into points or couldn't turn those line breaks into anything worthwhile. But while I'm saying that, like, there's a lot of errors that Gallant made, and I'm not pointing him out at all. It's those your playmakers that get their hands on the ball more often. You want those guys with the ball in their hands because they turn anything into something, but they can also then cause mistakes as well. And it's part of the game. That is part of the game for sure. I thought it was a huge play from Dweba, the 45-minute mark, a turnover right on their line, but not much else from the Stormers, really struggling to get into the game. Didn't have much ball, and when they did get the ball, knock-ons or forward passes, or they lose the ball at ruck time. Handling errors just really killed them, and just coach killers. Like I said, 1 or 2 phases and then knock-on. And then again, they defend for a long time, then they get the ball back, 1 or 2 phases, knock-on. Really, really did not help their cause at all. Leinster, first time they beat the Stormers in the URC. That is wild. And they stay unbeaten this season. I think it's 14-0 or 14 from 14. Really, really good. Who's going to stop Leinster? Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.